I found what our desk was missing, and it's this bunny desk buddy. This little friend comes with a cup to store all of your crochet goodies or whatever you'd like. Hi guys, it's Katie from Yarn Society. I'm going to show you here how sturdy she is by adding a few crochet hooks, a pen, all the things that you need to get started on your next crochet project. You can really stuff a lot into our little friend here, and they'll make you so happy when you're creating your next project. If you don't feel like putting supplies in there, you can have a little candy stash for while you're crocheting, or you can add a small fake plant just to add a little accent to your desk. We're going to go ahead and crochet our little friend, and then you can pack her up with some goodies. I'm going to show the supply list, and then we'll get started. We're going to get started by grabbing our yarn, our H hook, and a stitch marker. We're going to get started on round 1 by making 6 single crochet into a magic circle. You can do that however you'd like, and I will link a video down below on how I'm doing it here. The one trick I learned with the Chanel yarn and a magic circle is after you do about 3 stitches to tighten it up and then continue on with your last 3 stitches. Because for some reason, this yarn just gets so tight that you can't even tighten up your magic circle, or at least that's been my experience. So I'm finishing up here, 6 single crochet into a magic circle. I'm going to place my stitch marker on the last stitch of the round. Feel free to place it on the first if that's what you're used to. So we have 6 stitches. For round 2, we are going to make a single crochet increase in each stitch around. So that will be 2 single crochet into the same stitch. I'm going to get my hook under that first stitch. We'll make single crochet 1. I find this round to be the hardest one of the whole thing. And then we're going to place our hook under the same stitch again and single crochet 2. I'm going to move over to my next stitch. I'm going to struggle on this round, so please bear with me. We're going to make 2 single crochet into that same stitch. Place 2 single crochet into that same stitch. Move over, we have another single crochet increase. Move over for another single crochet increase. And then here is our last single crochet increase. I always end in the stitch with my stitch marker because I marked the last. Just know that if you mark the first, that will not be the case. So the end of round 2, we have 12 stitches. For round 3, we're going to make a single crochet increase in that first stitch, and then a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll repeat that sequence all the way around. So here is our single crochet increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and then move over for a single crochet. Here we have another increase. I'm going to be calling the single crochet increase just an increase for the rest of the video. Move over for a single crochet. Move over for another increase. And then we have a single crochet. Here is an increase. And then a single crochet. Increase. Single crochet. And then our last increase. End with a single crochet. At the end of round 3, we'll have 18 stitches. Change your stitch marker. For round 4, we're going to make an increase in the first stitch, and then we're going to make a single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Here's 1 and 2. We'll repeat that sequence all the way around. Here's our first increase. Single crochet in each of the next 2. Here's 1. Move over, single crochet 2. Then we have another increase. Single crochet in each of the next 2. Here's another increase. Single crochet 1, move over, single crochet 2. Here's another increase. Here's single crochet 1, move over, single crochet 2. Here's another increase. Single crochet in the next 2. And then here's our last increase. Single crochet in the next 2. The end of round 4, we are going to have 24 stitches. Change your stitch marker. From here, we are going to be making our bobble stitches for round 5. So we have small bobbles and regular bobbles. And we're going to be working those into our front loops only. So I'm going to talk you through this, and I will go slow on some of the bobbles, but if you are having trouble keeping up, I do have separate videos that go slower, so I will link those down below. Starting round 5, we are going to single crochet in the first 2 stitches. Here's 1 and 2. And then we're going to do the front loop bobble underneath the front loop only, and that's essentially like 5 double crochets that we don't finish. We're going to yarn over, place our hook under that front loop only, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, we're going to go underneath that front loop. This is our second time. Yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go underneath that front loop only again. This is our third time. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, we're going to go underneath the 4th time. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, we're going to go underneath the 5th time. This is the last time. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. At this point, you should have 6 loops. We're going to yarn over and go through all 6 loops. We're going to single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. Don't miss that one next to your bobble because it can sometimes feel a little hidden. And then we'll single crochet in the next 6. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to do another front loop only regular bobble, so it's going underneath that front loop 5 times. Yarn over, go under the front loop. This is 1. Yarn over, go through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, going underneath the second time. Yarn over, go through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, this is our third time. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, this is our 4th time. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, this is our 5th time. Yarn over, go through 2. You will have 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and go through all 6 loops. We're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. We have 1, 2, 3. Here is single crochet 1, 2, and 3. Here we're going to do a front loop only small bobble, so we only go under 3 times. Yarn over, go under the front loop only, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, this is our second time. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, our third time. Yarn over, go through 2. You'll have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and go through all 4 loops. We're going to single crochet in the next 2. And then we're going to do another small bobble in the front loop only. Yarn over, go under the first time. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. This is our second time. Yarn over, go through 2. This is our third time. Yarn over, go through 2. Then we'll have 4 loops on the hook. Go through all 4 loops. From here, we're going to single crochet into the next 3, 2, and 3, and then 1 more bobble. We're almost done. Front loop only, we're going to go under 5 times because it's a regular bobble. Here's 1, go through 2, 2, Go through 2 loops. Number 3, 2 loops. This is 4. Go through 2 loops, and then 5. Go through 2 loops. You'll have 6 loops on the hook. Go through all 6 loops. We're going to end by single crocheting into the next 3 stitches. At the end of round 24, we're going to have 24 stitches. I'm going to grab another stitch marker just to hold on to my working yarn because now we're going to pop out our bobbles. And this is always so refreshing to do because you've done all the work. So it just feels good to pop them out. So there's our front feet, our side, and then our little tail in the back. Okay, we're going to be moving on. I'm going to take this back out and get set up again. If you haven't changed your stitch marker, do that now. For round 6, we are going to make an increase in the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in each of the next 3. We'll repeat that sequence. So here we have an increase, and then we're going to single crochet in each of the next 3. So here's 1, 2, and if you can't see the stitches, you can kind of feel for them, because I know the bobbles kind of make them seem a little funky. So here's another increase. And then we're going to single crochet in each of the next 3. Here's 1, 2, and 3. And then we have another increase. Single crochet in each of the next 3. Here's another increase. Single crochet in the next 3. Increase. Single crochet in the next 3. And then our last increase. Single crochet in the last 3 stitches. At the end of round 6, we're going to have 30 stitches. For round 7, we are just going to single crochet all the way around into the next 30. Thank you guys for joining me on this crochet along. If you've been around my channel, you've noticed I haven't posted in I think it's 2 months or something. I have just been on such a creative low. I have a graveyard of friends that I have been trying that and nothing was working out. So I kind of walked away for a little while. And then I gave a bunny to a friend and I told her, keep it as a desk buddy. And then I started thinking I really want a desk buddy. I want something to hold some things. And so as I was staring at my bunny, I was like, how can I do this? How can I make this sturdy? So after a few tries, I got it. And then I felt like a little bit of creativity came back because I thought I was lost forever. I thought I was never going to create any more crochet patterns. It got a little dramatic, but you know how it goes when you're in the rut. Okay, at the end of round 7, we're going to still have 30 stitches. For round 8, we're going to start something new. We are going to make a decrease. And we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. I like to do an invisible decrease, and I will walk you through that for the first one. And if you need help, I'll have a video linked down below. So for the invisible decrease, we're going to go under the first loop, go directly under the second loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And that's an invisible decrease. We're going to single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to make another decrease. So go under the front loop, the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Single crochet in the next 3. We have another decrease. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 3. We have another decrease, single crochet in each of the next 3. Then we have another decrease, single crochet in the next 3. And then another decrease, single crochet in the next 3. At the end of round 8, we're going to have 24 stitches. Change your stitch marker. For round 9 and 10, we are going to single crochet into the next 24 stitches. So I'm going to let you do that. You can crochet round 9 and round 10 all the way around. I just had a quick question for you guys. So I'm not on Instagram anymore. I haven't been for like 2 years, if not more. But I'm trying to find a way on how I can see your finished animals because YouTube doesn't let you share pictures. My Ravelry forum is pretty quiet, and I know not a lot of people might not be on Ravelry. So I was kind of wondering if you guys knew of a platform that was just free to use, but that you could also share pictures. I was thinking of Patreon, and I'm not 100% sure if it lets you share pictures. I think it does. And I know I can start a free account, but I have to look into it more. But for those of you who might already be on Patreon or be a Patreon to someone's forum or whatever they call it, I'm not even sure. Let me know what you think. Let me know if that's something that you can do. And if I were to open it, would you guys be interested so that I can see your little friends? Because I think that's what's missing for me is I loved the community aspect of Instagram, but then it had like it's good stuff and it's bad stuff, but I do miss seeing all the friends that you guys create. So if there was a way that we could share, just let me know. And let me know if you have any cool ideas. Okay, we're reaching the end of round 10, so we still have 24 stitches. If you are counting and you're getting a little bit confused, we can know that this is round 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you can remember that your bobble stitches is 5, and then you can just count up from there. So for round 11, we are going to go back to some decrease stitching. We have a decrease, single crochet in the next 2, and we'll repeat that around. Here is a decrease, single crochet in the next 2, 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 another decrease, single crochet in the next 2. Then we have our last decrease, single crochet in the last 2 stitches. At the end of round 11, we'll have 18 stitches. You can change your stitch marker. For round 12, we're going to be making the ears. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to leave myself a little bit of slack because we're going to count and find stitch 11 and 14. We're going to grab 2 stitch markers or like a bobby pin or a paper clip, anything that you have, and we're going to count and find stitch 11 and go ahead and mark that back loop only. I'm just double checking here that I have 11. And then I'm going to count 12, 13, and 14. go ahead and mark the back loop only of stitch 11 and 14 because those are where we're going to work up the ears. To get started on round 12, we are just going to single crochet in those first 10 stitches. So you can just crochet until you get to your stitch marker and then pause. To get started on the ear, we're going to make a single crochet in that front loop only. Here we have a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 6. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In that third chain from the hook, this one here, we're going to make a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to place our hook on that top loop of the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to make a half double crochet into this next stitch here. Go ahead and yarn over, place your hook into that top loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then we're going to make a single crochet into the next stitch. Then we're going to make a slip stitch into that last chain, pull all the way through. We're going to attach by slip stitching into that front loop, that same front loop only where you placed your single crochet, and then pull that yarn through. And that's your first ear done. We're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So we have 1 and 2, single crochet 1 and 2. We're going to make a single crochet into that next front loop only. And then from here, we're going to chain 6. Make a double crochet into that third chain from the hook. Move over, we'll make a half double crochet. Then move over for a single crochet, and then a slip stitch. I'll have all separate videos linked down below if you're having trouble with any of these stitches. Then we're going to slip stitch to that front loop only that you made the single crochet. From here, we're going to single crochet into the last 4 stitches. At the end of round 12, we still have 18 stitches, and that's what our ears look like at the moment. One always looks bigger. I always end up crocheting tighter on one of them, so don't worry if that happens to you. Moving on to round 13, we are going to single crochet into those back loops, and we are going to have our ears going down when we do it, and I will show you that here. But we're going to single crochet into the first 10 stitches. Nine and 10. I'm going to fold my ear down and I'm going to go into that back loop only that we marked. So put your hook on that back loop only, and then you can take out the stitch marker. Now we're going to single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Here are our stitches here. This third looks like our third stitch is from the front loop only. It just got kind of scooched over because of our ear. And then over here is our slip stitch. So we don't want to get those confused. So we're going to go into these 2 here. So you have single crochet 1 and single crochet 2. Now we're going to hold our ear down and we're going to go into that next back loop only, the one that we marked. So I like to get my hook in there and then take out the stitch marker. Make a single crochet, and then we're going to single crochet into the last 4 stitches. At the end of round 13, we are going to have 18 stitches, and this is how we're looking so far. We're looking good. You can change your stitch marker. We're going to pause here and place our safety eyes and put on our nose and our cheeks. So I'm going to grab another stitch marker really quick, just so I don't lose my working yarn. Grab 14 millimeter safety eyes, and then I'm just going to use a piece of pink Chanel yarn, and I'm going to put that on a yarn needle. We're going to be placing the eyes between round 8 and 9. So we know our bobble stitches is 5. We have 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I like to kind of find that middle. And I'm just going to put my yarn needle here because that's where I'm going to stitch on my nose. So I want to make sure I'm in the middle. I'm just going to go over one stitch. I'm going to leave one space open, and then I'm going to add a safety eye. So here is my stitch. Then I'm going to leave one stitch open, and then I'm going to place my safety eye on the other side. So you want to have 4 stitches open in between the eyes. You just want to make sure they're centered because you want that nose to be right smack in the middle over one stitch. So now I'm going to go behind. You can always make a knot on the inside, but I'm just going to leave like a bit of yarn and I'll just make a knot later. And then I'm going to go over, down into one stitch over and just make a really simple nose. If you want to leave it like that, you just make a knot in the back. But if you wanted to add some little cheeks, I'm just going to go down the middle underneath the eye and just move over one stitch. Then I'm going to bring my needle over to the other eye and do the same thing. Pull that through, and then you can just move over one stitch. And then pull that through. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to puff these out a little bit. And then I'm going to make a little knot with my 2 tails on the inside. You don't have to pull your knot all the way through, like really tight, because it is going to pull on your cheeks and your nose. So just be careful of that. So here, this pulled a little too tight. So I'm going to puff them back out and then I'll finish my knot. Go ahead and put the backings on your eyes as long as you're happy where they are. Friend looks so happy now as a face. You can get set up again. For round 14, we're just going to make single crochet all the way around. So once you're set up, just single crochet all the way around round 14. We should have 18 stitches total. Reaching the end of round 14, we have 18 stitches. I'm going to change my stitch marker. For round 15, we are going to make an increase in that first stitch, single crochet in the next 2. We'll repeat that sequence around. So here is an increase, single crochet in each of the next 2, And then we have an increase, single crochet in the next 2, increase, single crochet in the next 2, increase, single crochet in the next 2, and then I'll let you finish up the last 2 rounds. At the end of round 15, we're going to have 24 stitches. For round 16, we're just going to single crochet all the way around for 24 stitches. So Easter is coming, and this would really be a cute Easter basket idea. I didn't mean for it to be Easter. I just love the bunny. But it does kind of coincide, so that works out. This would be cute for the kiddos to put some candy in there. I bet they would love it. My daughter loved when I filled it with Starburst. She was like, ooh, like the Starburst looked even more like appealing because it was in a cute bunny. So you can always do that. If you don't want candy, put some cool pens and pencils. Those pencils I got with the rainbow tip are super cute. So those were an Amazon find. So if anyone's interested, I'll link those below. So at the end of round 16, we have 24 stitches. For round 17, we're going to increase in the first stitch, single crochet in the next 3. Here is our increase, single crochet in the next 3, increase, single crochet in the next 3, increase, single crochet in each of the next 3, and then I'll let you finish the sequence of an increase, single crochet in the next 3. We have 30 stitches at the end of round 17. For round 18, we're going to start decreasing. So we're going to do a decrease, single crochet in the next 3. Here is our decrease, single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Then we have another decrease, single crochet in the next 3. Here's another decrease, single crochet in the next 3. And then I'll let you continue on with the decrease, single crochet in the next 3. At the end of round 18, we have 24 stitches. For round 19, we're just going to single crochet around 24 stitches. And go ahead and do that. We only have 3 rounds left and then we're done. At the end of round 19, we have 24 stitches. For round 20, we're going to do a decrease, single crochet in the next 2. Here is our decrease, single crochet in the next 2, We have another decrease, single crochet in the next 2, and then I'm going to let you finish your decreases, single crochet in the next 2 till you reach the end. At the end of round 20, change your stitch marker. We have 18 stitches, 2 rounds to go. In round 21, we're going to make a decrease and then 1 single crochet, and then we'll repeat that all the way around. So we have our decrease, single crochet 1, decrease, single crochet 1, and then I'm going to let you do the decrease, single crochet 1 all the way around to the end. At the end of round 21, we have 12 stitches. Round 22, we are just going to make decreases 6 times total. We're going to close up this friend here. So we have a decrease and then another, and then all the way around. So we have 6 total. Here's 1. 2. Can feel a little tricky without the stuffing, kind of. 3. 4. 5, and then here is our 6th one. So at the end of round 22, we have 6 stitches. I'm going to leave an extra long tail, and then we're going to fasten off. We're going to yarn over and pull that yarn all the way through. This one sheds a bit, so just so you know, probably already know if you use this yarn. You can take out your stitch marker, and then I'm going to grab a yarn needle so that we can close up this hole. I'm going to place my yarn needle underneath that front loop, going down. So here is 1. I'm going to find my next stitch. 2. Here's 3. 4. Here's 5. And then 6. I'm going to keep an eye on this hole, but I'm just going to close this up by pulling it lightly. And then I'm going to place my needle through the hole. And I'm going to get that needle through to the bottom of my bunny. I'm going to pull this through. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to start rolling and tucking as we go. So you kind of push in and then roll and tuck. Every once in a while, I just pull that yarn through. And then you're going to want to roll down till you get to about the ears. Kind of smooth out the bottom of that cup. And then having it be like that double layer really helps to keep the cup sturdy. Then the bottom will just lay pretty flat. And I'm just going to tuck in this yarn tail, and then I'm going to cut it off. You can use that yarn needle that you have to just puff out your bobbles. And then you're done. You gotta go put him on your desk. See how he looks. He or she. So I'm just gonna kind of puff this out a little, flatten everything, and then he's ready to get filled. So get all the colors The Parfait Chunky has new colors now too. So I want to get some of those. So here's all of our friends. They came out really cute. But let me know what you're putting in your desk buddy and if you're keeping one for yourself or if you're going to be gifting these for Easter or just in the future. I think this would be really cute for markets too if you wanted to fill them up and then sell those. So let me know what you guys are thinking and always head to yarnsociety.com for the free written pattern and I'll see you guys in the next video.